Hey guys, Chris, Ironhead Garage. Yeah, there goes a double X. So, the time has come to try to start wiring this old girl. It's the only thing that's keeping me from the road. Well, that and bleeding the brakes. It's some antifreeze. But we got this American Autowire kit out. There it is. So this kit's killer. It comes with the headlight socket looms, just like the stock. Comes with the rear tail light looms that plug into the tail lights. I mean, if you just go buy these are like 40 bucks or more, almost 50 bucks just for the headlight pieces. It comes with this big mega fuse here. It's got a big double fuse in it. Forgot what amp it is, but I'll probably show it. There they are. There's those big fuses right there. Comes with everything. Comes with the engine kit. It goes to the motor. Instrument cluster. That's where you gotta solder and connect a bunch of stuff. Well, not too much solder, but plug it all in and shrink wrap it. So it's going to take some time. I don't want to mess nothing up doing this kit. I did get my headlight switch in there, my dimmer switch. Yeah, the easy stuff. But here's the fuse box. And it just plugs into the ignition that they gave me. Plugs into the headlight switch. Just got to figure out what all these are. Looks like there's a dimmer switch plug. Plugs in the steering column. 8 wires to the column. My column has 8 wires coming off of it. Should plug right into that I did it column. It comes with this bracket kit here that mounts to the stock location of the original 55 Chevy fuse box. And it's got some instructions and shows you all how to do it and everything. It's got pretty good instructions. It's even got the clock socket for the light for the clock in there. So it's got pretty much everything. And that bracket, if you guys remember, it's that longer bolt. I believe it's the upper or the lower. I don't remember. I got to read this more. And that was that long bolt that I had to put in my my frame strut brace right down there. I had to get that long bolt in there, that grade 8 one, so I think it's like 2.5 inches long. So that's where all that bracketry mounts, and then you mount that fuse box to it. So I'm going to start working on that. Tedious stuff. I don't know how much I'll show of it, but I'll show some of it. Pretty hard to see up underneath there, but there's that plug off my I did it column. It's 8 wires off of it, so that should plug right into that harness, no trouble. So there's a lot to figure out, but not too much. Comes with the harness for the gauges. And I'm gonna run instead of running a plastic oil pressure line, I got a nice little copper line. Never trust them plastic ones. I remember when I was a kid, I had my sitting in the middle of my buddy's old 63 Nova at the wrecking yard. And I was waiting for him, and he came out and turned the car on, and I accidentally kicked that plastic line up underneath the gauges. Yeah, oil started pumping all over his carpet. He wasn't very happy. So I learned my lesson when I was a kid on them plastic lines. So we'll run a copper line up to the motor. So I'm going to get on that harness bracket, or fuse box bracket, and see if we can get some wires strung in this old girl. And oh yeah, and I did, I'm not going to run plastic loom. I bought friction tape, so we'll be running friction tape. And I got a bunch of shrink tube, and I got a bunch of rubber grommets. So I should have almost everything to do it all. I just got to get some light bulbs. I got to take my headlights out again to be able to run the headlight sockets. To be able to run these guys, got to come in from the back of the bucket. So that's alright. A few screws, I'll get those headlights out. I'm not sure where I'm going to put this mega fuse. Could put it in the trunk. If I put it in the trunk, I might have to buy some more wire. I think it comes with 12 feet of wire. I might put it on the firewall. I'm not sure. I was thinking about maybe right here, but we'll see where we're going to put it. So, we're getting on putting in that harness fuse box and see how this game goes. Alright guys, we'll be back. There's a Nova. Looks like a 63 Corvette. Alright guys, I'll be back. She's shaking that front end. Alright guys, well I got that fuse box mounting bracket mounted up underneath the firewall. So they got a bunch of these nuts that you stack up, and they don't want you to have no threads coming through because it could rub on the back of the fuse box. Same here on the bottom. It's got 3 nuts there, a couple flat washers. It's supposed to be clearance there. So if you can see, that's what you get up there. These 2 studs are what go through the fuse panel. If you can see there, no threads coming through, so you don't want no threads coming through. Nice and smooth. Yeah, pretty trick. Oh, I said it mounted to the original fuse box spot. Well, it's close. Actually, it mounts to that bolt there on the top is the lower hood hinge bolt. So that's what this mounts to. Alright, so see if we can get that fuse box in here. Alright guys. Alright guys, we got that bracket all mounted up. We did the directions just like it said with the bracket and everything. So now I've been messing with this harness. Yeah, I got the oldies songs playing. Nice and calm for doing wiring. Hour and a half full of oldie music. Yeah, it's pretty cool. So on this fuse box, every connector is labeled. Well, you got to read it, what number it is. And it tells you what it is. The dimmer switch, accessories, headlight switch, the heater switch. It's killer instructions. Has it all laced out, so it kind of tells you where it is. And on this side, the same way, it tells you the clock and the blower motor, which wire goes to there, and it's all colored. So on the harness here, I went and labeled every plug-in, just so I remember. I don't have to go back to the instruction booklet. But brake light switch, and this pack here is it's like spaghetti. The gauge cluster harness will plug into that. That's for the ignition switch. Rear body plug-in, so the whole rear body plug-in will plug into that. This is accessory switch for power seats, power windows, heated seats, and we ain't going to use that. That's the front light plug-in for all the harness going up towards the front headlights. We got the horn relay plug-in. It's in the kit, and that plugs into the steering column for your blinkers. I mean, just everything, just got everything marked. Dimmer switch, the cluster ground, heater switch. It even has, this is for electronic speedo. We won't be using that, so we'll be sure to cut these off and tape them up. Then it has a longer harness here that goes to the blower motor. That one's for the blower, and then the clock. They got them all marked clock. This way I won't forget. And this is for the passenger side, the courteous light. What's that one? That one's for the clock, and this one's for the light on the clock. So yeah, it's pretty simple. It's like spaghetti right when you first get it out, but it was good that I went through and labeled all this. This one's for the wiper cluster. So I think I'm going to mount it in there and start this spaghetti fest. Alright guys, I got to get me a bunch of fuses. I think I need 10s, 15s, a couple 30s. I won't need a bunch of these though. No fuel pump or there's a bunch of them not in there. Alright, I got to get the hazard flashers too. The flashers for the hazard and the blinkers. So we'll get that spaghetti feed laced in there and get it off the sander of fame. Alright guys, hey, look at that old parking lot full of old hot rods. A big boy hanging out the hop. Alright, I'm back on this mess. Still got the oldies going. Yes, good music back then and good cars. So, got this fuse panel bolted up in here. That's how it looks up in there. Bolts of that bracket. So after I got it tight, make sure no wires are rubbing. I can stick my fingers in behind here and make sure there ain't no wires touching that plate or anything. And I'll keep my eye on that as I lace these all through. But we got us some spaghetti coming out of here now, guys. Fun stuff. So I got to refine this this longer harness here, and I got to drape this across the top of the steering column and over there to that heater blower box and the light for the clock. I think that's the first thing I'll lace over there, and we'll see how it goes. I probably ain't going to show all this. Well, I know I ain't going to show all this in one video. It'll make it too long, but we'll show some more of it. There's that plug-in. That should plug right into that this guy here. There she is. So I'm gonna start lacing some more of these wires up. Alright guys, I'll get back to jamming the oldies. Hey guys, listen to that old classic music still. So I got the seat out, popped that steering wheel off real quick, and got this harness all bolted up in here. So there she is. A little bit of messing around with the wires though. I got them all nice and tidy up in there. So here's the rear body plug. That'll go to the rear body harness. This one will go to the front wiring harness for the lights. I got my dimmer switch plug going out there. Here's that auxiliary, if you can see that, auxiliary plug, you know, for your power windows, electric seats and stuff. So we'll just keep that there. Maybe we could jump power off of that sometime for a phone charger or something. Here's the neutral safety switch wires. If I had automatic transmission, I would run these so you don't start it in drive, but since it's a 4-speed, you hook these together, and I'll lace them up in there, solder them up and lace them up in there for future, just in case I can't drive a 4-speed no more, get older or something, you know. I got the power wire for the windshield wiper motor. I got to get through the firewall. Here's the plug-in for my I Did It steering column, so that's going to plug right in. Got the plug-in for the brake light switch right by the spot where it goes. I got to get one of them. It's this guy. This is for the heater switch to turn it on high and low. So I got to solder that up in there, put some prongs on it. This wire here is for that electric speedo. I'm going to probably just wad that up in there and keep it for, I don't know, some future reason. Probably never need it, probably just clip it out of there. But I got, here's my heater lamp. So that'll go in there, that'll light that heater up. So I got a power wire for the radio, a memory wire for the radio, and a glove box power wire for the light. So my radio don't work and I don't have a liner for my glove box, so I clip the ends off of those, and I shrink wrap them up, so I'm going to wheel them up in there and zip tie them up in there until I can get a glove box liner one day. Radio don't work, but I might get something in here someday and jump that power off of. I did hook up the, you can see down there, the socket for the clock. So the clock will light up. The courtesy wires over there by the door jamb for the plunger. I got the power wire for the blower motor over on that side. Pretty fun lacing all them wires through that dash. It's pretty tight in there. So here I got my plug-in for my headlight switch, so that's going to plug right in. I got the plug-in for the cigarette lighter. I'm going to get an original lighter. This one here is just one I had. It'll look kind of cool in there, so I've just been sticking it in there, but I'm going to get one so that'll work. Charge your phone on it or light a cig if you want. Here's the plug-in for the ignition, right where it goes. Got a couple grounds here. One for the cluster and a ground for the electric speedo. I'm not sure if you need this, but I'm going to ground it. More grounds are better. Here's the wad of plug-ins for the cluster after I wire that up, so that'll all just plug in. Yeah, I've got to wire up my tack. So she's coming along. What were these wires? These are for my heater wires for the high and the low. I think I might have said that already, but there's a lot of wires. So we're gonna make this wiring video in a few different parts. It'll get too long if I make it in one video. So my high beam switch wires come out right there. I'm going to make some kind of grommet and it'll go down and put that friction tape on. It'll kind of disappear. I'm going to run my power wire antenna right through there. Put a quick connector on it, so just in case I need to pull that wiper motor off. So yep, I'm getting it. I think I was on the second bag. A few more bags left to go, quite a few more, and some figuring out to do, but it's not too bad. It's a good kit. I'm gonna sit here and listen a little bit more of this old 50s music and do some more wiring. Yeah, I'm getting it. She's gonna light up one day. Alright guys, I appreciate you all watching. You guys take care out there. Go and enjoy some 50s music. Look at them 55s lined up. Alright guys, we'll catch you next time. Take care.